Okay. I did Nargis Ismail. Who else we have? Aysu, Ali Tayyip, Turan, Nargis. Guys, some of you at least, can you turn on your camera? All right, Ismail, how about you? Can we see your face, Ismail?
Yes.
Oh, Ismail, the first time I see you. Why do you always keep your camera off? Huh? Oh, Ali Tayyip, guys. Just stay like this, yeah? I want to see your face. Every time looking at the black screen, it's not good. Okay, very good. And Nargis, also others, if possible, turn on your camera. All right, guys, today we will talk about very important topic. Again, it's about geometry, okay? And we will practice a few questions related to the perimeter and area of two simple basic figures. Number one is squares. Number two is rectangles, right? Okay, let's have a look. And after that, we will solve questions. Questions are arranged in such a way that as we go actually move to other questions, they get a little bit harder and harder and harder. Okay, good. So in this chapter, we investigate perimeter and area of a rectangle. And we know that when we just say rectangle, rectangle is a special quadrilateral. And when we just say quadrilateral, it is a flat figure, actually flat closed figure that has four sides, right? And also it has four interior angles. And how about some quadrilaterals are very special, right? More important than other quadrilaterals. And these are number one, rectangles. Another one is squares. Other one is kites. Other one is rhombus. Other one is trapezium. Other one is parallelogram, right? But here in this class, we will just talk about two of them. It is square and the rectangle. Okay. Nargis, I mean, Ismail, can you read the second paragraph starting from a quadrilateral? Ismail, read it. Turn on your camera and can you read it?
A quadrilateral with four right angles is called a rectangle, in which if four sides are equal, it is called a square. Note that a square is also a rectangle. However, the name squares give us a more pre- um,
Precise meaning.
precise meaning.
Okay, that means that we will get clearer picture when we just say the square, right? All sides are equal, all interior angles are equal. Okay, so Aydin, can you read the first paragraph? And Ali Taib, get ready, you will read the second one.
Okay, perimeter is a length of a closed sphere. Hence, it is also the sum of the lengths of all sides of figure. Kilometer, meter, centimeter, and millimeter are common units of perimeter.
Okay, Ali Taib.
Yeah. Area is the measure of for the size of a figure. Square meter and square centimeter are common units of area.
Very good. All right, we have participants. Good. So guys, here perimeter means simply it's the length of the boundary of your shape, right? For example,
Right.
let's say you have a kind of, let's say in your house, okay? And in your house, you're going to make some kind of flower garden. Okay, let's say it is rectangular shape, all right? And usually we just enclose it with some kind of fence, right? So now the question is, if you go to the market and you're going to buy some fence, how many meters of fence you need to buy to enclose this figure, okay? So that means that we need to know the perimeter of this rectangle. And at the time we use just meter, right? And how about, for example, if I ask you what is the perimeter of Baku city? And Baku city is a big city. At the time we just measure this using kilometer because the area is so big, right? And how about very small? What is the perimeter of your, for example, let's say eye, right? Look at your eye is a kind of shape. How they measure this, for example, or a ring, for example, and something like this. So area is a measure for the size of a figure, and usually we use square meter or square centimeter depending on how big the area is, right? Okay, now let's talk about the perimeter. Uh, I need to change this. It is okay. So how do you find the perimeter of a square? Okay, suppose that one side of the square is, let's say this A, this is also A, all sides are equal, also this is A centimeters. So that is side length, which is A, and side length, which is A, side length, it is
4A.
A, it is A. So it's just equal to, it is 4 times A, just 4A, right? And how about the area? As soon as we'll talk about the area. How about the perimeter of the rectangle? And this side we call this breadth or width, right? And longer side we call this length. So it is length plus width, which is equal to 2 length plus 2 width. And 2 is a common factor. If you just take this out, right? 2 times side length width. Or simply, I can just write this formula: 2 times length plus width. I just actually representing length by L, width by W. So let's calculate. Start with this simple example. Calculate the perimeter of the
20.
following figure. So guys, now look, just follow me carefully. Just don't hurry to answer the question. Try to solve the questions in a systematic way using algebra. So here it is 7, 3. The question is we need to find the perimeter, right? What is the perimeter? Perimeter of the rectangle is 2 times length plus width. So we have to find this. 2, we just know that number.
Times
What is
7
length?
plus 3.
Length
2
is
times
7.
10.
And
7.
how about width? It is 3, which
Three.
is equal to 2 times 7 plus 3 is 10.
And
So the perimeter of this rectangle is
12.
20 centimeters. And how about the second question? The perimeter of the rectangle is 36 centimeters. Its width is 7 centimeters. Find its length. If the figure is not given, if you're working this on the paper, I suggest you to draw this figure first. Okay, draw, since we are talking about a rectangle. Let's draw this. Suppose that that is our rectangle. It says that its width is 7 centimeters. So that is 7 and that is 7. And do we have any information about the length? We don't have. Let's say it is L and also this one is L, right? So how do you find the perimeter? Let me write a formula first. Perimeter is equal to 2 times length plus width. Now if you substitute, do we know the perimeter? Yes, that is 36 equals 2 times length. And how about width? It's given, right? 7. So 2 times L plus 7 equals 36. Now from here, what is L plus 7? We know that if it is multiplied, we take the other side by division, right? So here we have 36 is divided by 2, which is equal to 18. Now continue. L plus 7 equals 18. From here, L equals 18 minus 7. That's equal to 11. So dot, dot, dot. The length of this rectangle is 11 centimeters. Okay, Aydın, is it clear?
yes.
All right. Combining the curve. Aydın, can you read the first paragraph?
Some special figures are not rectangles. However, their parameters can be calculated by changing them into rectangles through cutting, shifting, and combining the surfaces.
So, however, the perimeters can be calculated by changing them into rectangles through cutting, right? The first one, that's, or shifting. Shifting means moving, or combining the curves. Now from here, we need to find the perimeter of this rectangle, right? I mean, not rectangle, it's not a rectangle, it's a kind of figure, geometric figure. And again, what is the perimeter? The length of the boundary. So now let me just do something like this, okay? Let me move this side to here, okay? So I will have something like this, right? And let me move this side to here, right? And we will have something like this. So what we have here, we just got a rectangle right now. So the area of this figure is the same as the perimeter is the same as the perimeter of the rectangle. So then what is the perimeter? Is equal to 2 times 13 plus 19, which is equal to 2 times 13 plus 19 is 32. So that's equal to 64 centimeters. Okay, Ali Tayyip, Nargis, Sunay, did you understand?
Yes.
Guys, if you understood, the next question is for you. You have 2 minutes, okay? And
Yes.
let's do it. Calculate the perimeter of the following figure. You have 2 minutes. Think well, all right? If you know the answer before time is up, leave your answer in the chat box to me. Ali Tayyip, 46. How come? No, it's not the correct answer.
iPhone first 46 too.
No. 46 is not the correct answer. Four, three, two, 1, 0. Okay, guys, let's do like this.
49.
Yes. What is it?
Turan.
Yes, what is your answer?
Turan.
What?
Turan.
I don't get it. What?
I answer 49.
49.
Yes.
No, very close, but the answer is 52.
Oh.
You know why? Because as see here, this 11, right? So if you look at this, look here, this part plus this part, let me that number 2, and this one together, they are equal to 11, right? As you see here, the length 11. Just continue from until here, and after that, continue from here to here and to here. So that's equal to 11. Up and down, that's 11, right? And let me just change the marker. And how about this one? Until here, right? Continue, okay? And also continue here, this red part. Actually, that's just equal to 12. The length is together. So, and also it's one more thing is left. Here we have this one, right? This side and also this side. They are 3 and 3. So now the perimeter then, actually here we have 2. How many 11s do we have? Up and down. We have 2 11s plus 12 left and right. Also this we have 12. And also here we have 3 and 3, right? 2 3s. So it is 3, which is equal to 2 times 11 plus 12. 23 plus 3, 26. So the perimeter of this figure is 52 centimeters. Okay, Aydın, did you understand?
Yes.
Are you ready for the next question? Now a little bit harder, okay? You have 2.5 minutes for the next question. Okay. Okay, now guys, just wait, okay? I will ask a bit later. So now let's talk about the area first. And I thought I prepared 5 questions. I think we have only 4 examples. No problem. Let's continue. Nargis, can you read the first paragraph? Sunay, the second paragraph. Ali Tayyib, the third one.
Area is the measure for the size of a figure. Comparing a figure by some units is the most general method.
Okay. Sunay, can you read the second paragraph?
Yes, square centimeter. We usually use units of squares to compare areas. A square of side to 1 centimeter is used as a standard unit. We call this unit area 1 square centimeter.
Okay. So we are just comparing. That means if you're given a big rectangle, and when we just ask that what is its area, that means that we can cover that rectangle by how many this kind of squares, right? So if you're given a small square, one side is 1 centimeter. How do you find its area? Its area is 1 centimeter times 1 centimeter, right? So 1 times 1, it is 1. Cm times cm, that is cm squared. If one side is meter, then 1 meter times 1 meter, the area of the square is 1 meter square. And simply, if you're given the square, right, what is the area of the square? If one side is a, that is a times a, which is equal to a squared. And how about the area of the rectangle? It is just length times width, right? Okay. All right, I will do this example 2 and 3 together. Okay, example 1, it says that the length and the width of the following rectangle are 4 and 3. So the length is 4 centimeters, width is 3 centimeters. So what is its area? Area is length times width, 3 times 4, that's equal to 12 centimeters squared, or square centimeters. And how about example 2? The area of a square is 81. Find its side length. Since it is square, all sides are equal, right? And suppose that one side is equal to a. So what is the area? Area is equal to a times a, which is equal to a squared. And it's also given that's equal to 81. And we know that 81 is 9 times 9, which is equal to 9 squared. If a squared is equal to 9 squared, then a should be equal to 9. So one side of the square is 9. How about example 3, guys? Can you read it well? Okay, understand and do it. You have 2.5 minutes. And there are more answers, not only one answer. The area of a rectangle is 120 square centimeters. Find the possible length and width. Now my question is, find all the possible length and width as integers of centimeter. Integers means whole number, right? It is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. How many such rectangles exist or we can find?
Can I say?
Yes, Aydın. How many?
Mr. Kanase.
6.
Yes.
I find 6 possible lengths.
How many?
6.
6.
Yes.
So can you tell me what are those rectangles? I mean, what are the length and width of those rectangles?
First, the length maybe 60 and width is a 1. Second, maybe width is a 2 and length is 30. And width is 3 and length is 12 and 4, 15, 5, 12 and 6.
Very good, Aydın. That's correct. And let me just actually, we are talking about this kind of rectangle, right? And suppose that it's its length and it is width. And what is given here? It is area that is width times length. It's equal to 120. So how many such rectangles we can actually construct? Let's say now if I just make a table here, right? And suppose that this is width and this is length. And I should just find two numbers, two integers or whole numbers whose product is 120. And also here you should keep in mind that this length should be greater than width, right? Because in rectangle, length is greater than width. So if width is 1, for example, centimeters, length should be 120 because 1 times 120 is equal to 120. If width is 2, then length should be 60. If width is 3, length should be 40. If it is 4, length should be 30. If it is 5, it should be 24. If it is 6, right, it should be 20. If it is 8, it is 15. And if it is 10, here we have 12. Now, if it is 12, it will be n, but width should be less than um, width should be less than length. So actually, these are the possible answers. Maybe I can write it as 1 times 120, or 2 times 60, or 3 times 40, or 4 times 30, 5 times 24, 6 times 20, and 8 times 15, and 10 times 20. And how many different rectangles we can form if the length and width are whole numbers and the area is 120. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have such 7 possible rectangles. Okay, guys, very good. Let's move to the next question. Cutting methods. Similar to combining method, cutting and filling up are also basic method to handle irregular figures. So cutting method, dividing an irregular figure into several simple figures, right? Like here, maybe rectangles or squares, and calculate each of them and then sum up the result. And suppose that if you are given this kind of shape, if I just cut from here, for example, and let me just label this area by B and this area by A, right? So the area of this figure will be A plus B. What is A? It is width times length, so that's equal to 4 times 7, plus, how about the A? It is 10 times 2. It is 10 times 2, which is equal to 28 plus 20, that's equal to 48 C
48.
squared. Another example, how about if we need to calculate this, you will look at question 5. So if I just divide from here, right, and this length will be, it is 30 plus 20, so that's equal to 50 centimeters. And let's say this part is A and this part is B. So the total area will be A plus B. What is A? Width, it is 30 times length. How about length is equal to 40, right? Times. Plus, how about the rectangle B? Length, it is 50 times width is equal to 20. So 30 times 40, 3 times 4 is 12, 0, 0. Plus 5 times 2, 10, and 2 zeros, that's equal to 1,000. So the answer is 2,200 centimeters squared, or square centimeters. Okay, Nargis, Sunay, Ismail, is it clear? Did you understand?
Yes.
If so, All right. Another question for you. You have 2.5 minutes. Okay. How about this one? Can you have a look? Even I give you a hint here after the solution and do it. You have 2 minutes for this question.
Is it 25?
What did you get?
Is it 25?
25? No.
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, let's do like this. Aydın, any answer?
No.
But Aydın, did you understand this question? For example, here, if you need to find this shaded region, right?
Yes.
And we need to calculate the area of this big square. And after that, I'm just removing this unshaded region, right? So that's why I'm subtracting this. Okay, suppose that, for example, the side of the square, let's say it is 5. It is 5. The smaller one is 2. It is 2. What is the area of this one? It is 5 by 5. The area of this one, it is 2 by 2. So that's equal to 5 times 5 minus 2 times 2. It is 25 minus 4. That's equal to 21.
Yeah.
But in this question, as you see here, the biggest one, this one, right? The biggest one, its side is equal to 4. And the smaller one, this one, is equal to 3. Right? And this one is equal to 2. And this one is equal to 1.
Yeah.
Now, to find this one, let's say, let me just call this area by capital A. And this one is capital B. What is capital A? Capital A is the big square, which is 4 times 4, and subtract the smaller one, right? That is minus 3 times 3. That is 16 minus 9. That's equal to 7. cm squared. And how about the part B, the shaded region? And also part B, it is 2 times 2 minus, we are just removing, right? Just cutting away. So that is 1 times 1. So that's equal to 4 minus 1. That's equal to 3. Now together, right? What is the sum of this area? 7 plus 3. That's equal to 10 square centimeters. So the area of the shaded part is 10 square centimeters. Okay?
Yes.
All right. Guys, how about this question? You have 3 minutes. Can you try this? Here, it says the square flower bed. So this one is our flower bed. All sides are equal, but we don't know what side is it. It's surrounded by a pool of 5 feet width. So this actual width is 5. And also this one, right? It is 5. Okay. And also this side, it is 5. And also this one is 5. Okay. Flower bed means a small flower garden. Okay. Like when you walk in the park, for example, usually some kind of green part of flower garden, they are surrounded by some kind of lake or water, right? It's something like this. Anyway, the question says that if the area of the pool is 300 square feet, what is a pool here? A pool means we are talking about this green shaded region, right? This region. So that's a pool, that's a water, right? So the area of this green shaded region is 300 square feet. The question is find the area of the flower bed. 2 minutes.
Is it 275?
How much? 200?
Yes, I think.
No, it is not 225. Any other answer? Aydın, Ismail, Nargis, Sunay? Do we have anybody else here? Nargis, Turan, Ali Tayyip, Ulker. Okay, guys, let's do it together, okay? Actually, I have more questions to practice. Later, I will ask you. So you understand the problem, I hope. So the width, right? It has uniform width. It is 5 feet, okay? Let me do like this, Mr. Aydın. Let me use purple. From here, okay, I just cut from here and until here. And also from here, I just cut this and here. Okay. So now, how many rectangles do we have here? As you see here, this rectangle, and this rectangle, this rectangle. They have the same area. That means that these 4 rectangles are identical, right? Why? Because here the given figure is the square, right? The big one. That's why also this rectangle must be the same. So now in the question it says that if the area of the pool is 300 square feet, so that is, what is the area of the pool? Area of the pool is equal to a plus a plus a plus a. That's equal to 4 times a. And it's just the sum of the areas of these four rectangles. That's equal to 300. 300, I can write it as 4 times 75, right? So this 4 is gone, but capital A again. What is capital A? And this one is width, right? This one is width, and this one is length, right? And this one is width. So that's equal to width times length. And do we know its width is given? It is 5 feet. So that's equal to 5 times length is equal to 75. 75 is 5 times 15. Now from here, L equals 15 centimeters. Okay. Now to find the area of the flower bed, because I need to know one side of the square. So since the length is equal to 15, then what is the remaining part here? Let me just use the red here. So this should be 15 minus 5. This should be 10 centimeters, right? Because until here, it is 15. If you just cut off this 5 feet, it is 10. So the area of the flower bed is equal to 10 times 10. That's equal to 100 square centimeters. So the answer is 100 square centimeters. Okay, Aydın?
Okay.
Good. Guys, if you have any question, if you didn't understand anything, let me just ask, okay? Raise your hand or ask. So Aydın, can you read it?
For the questions about perimeter and area of rectangle, we usually find side length, length plus width first.
Okay, now we are going to talk some mixed problems, okay? Let me just show you one example. After that, you will solve other questions. If a square is divided into 3 identical rectangles, the perimeter of each rectangle is 32. Find the area and perimeter of the square, okay? So as you see here, the given figure is square, right? And we are just cutting this into 3 equal rectangles or identical rectangles. And suppose that one side of this rectangle is W. And also this should be W. And also this should be W. Aydın, this question is for you. If these are W, 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 what is the length of this square?
Um, um,
3W.
3W, very good. And also the top part is 3W. Now in the question, it says that the perimeter of each rectangle is 32. Number one, the perimeter of the rectangle, what is it? It is 2 times length plus width is equal to 32. Now from here, 2 times, what is the length? This one is length, right? Length is 3W.
3W.
So it is 3W plus W equals 32. I can write it as 2 times 16. This 2, it is gone. 3W plus 1W, it is here we have 4W. And on the right hand side, 16, I can write it as 4 times 4. So 4 is gone. What is W? Is equal to 4. So if it's W equals 4, what is length? Length equals 3 times W is equal to 3 times 4, which is equal to 12 centimeters. Second one is find the area and perimeter of the square. So the area of the square is equal to 12 times 12 because its side length is 3W, that's 12. That's equal to 144 centimeters squared. And how about the perimeter of the square? It is 4 times side length. Side length is 12, so that's equal to 48 square centimeters. Okay?
Okay.
Then another question for you. Example 2, guys. Try, okay? So you have 2 minutes and 2.5 minutes. Okay. Look at this question, very easy question, and answer the question.
Is it 80?
80?
Yeah.
Yes, that's correct. How did you get it?
Um, there was the 400. When we uh, uh, can I
Okay,
write
okay. Let me
in
just explain,
chat
okay,
box?
for you. I will explain. In the question, it says that this is originally a piece of square paper. Two of its corners are cut away, right? As you see here, from here, we just cut away this, and also from the bottom. So that means that before we cut away, if the area of the square is 400 centimeters squared, so that this area is side length times side length, that is 400. 400 is 20 times 20. So y side length of the square must be 20. Number two, to find the perimeter again, if I just cut this one and move here, and also this one move here, right? What we have here? We will have actually our original square. Also this one move here, and also this length move here, and we have this kind of length, right? And also this one to here, and this one to here, right? And here we have square. So actually the perimeter of this figure is the same as the perimeter of the original square. And since we know one side of the square, the original square, the perimeter will be equal to 4 times A. A is 20, that's equal to 80 centimeters. Okay,
Yes.
all right. Let's move to the next question. Guys, how about this? Can you try this? 3 minutes, okay, 2.5 minutes. That's also very easy question. Not so easy, but not so hard. Come on, Nargiz, Ismail, Sunay, Turan, Ulker. Ulker, are you
32.
here? Turan, what did you say?
32.
32.
I think it's 24.
24. You think. So you are not sure?
Not.
Okay, guys, let's do like this. The figure on the right is formed by 4 identical rectangles. And the area of the big square is 64. So if it is so, number 1, how do you find the area of the square? One side length times side length, that's equal to 64. 64 means it is 8 times 8. Now from here, what is A? A is 8 centimeters. Okay, that means that just actually one side of the square is 8, right? We are talking about this one, this length, it is 8 centimeters. Turan, this question is for you. Okay, suppose that this length is W. What is the remaining length from here till here?
Can I say
Yes,
8 minus W?
it is 8 minus W, right?
Yeah.
Because the total length is 8. If you just cut away W centimeters, the remaining part is 8 minus W. Okay. So actually this is W. Also width of the rectangle is W. It is W. Okay. What is the question here? Find the perimeter of the rectangle. So 2, the perimeter of the rectangle. How do you find this? If you remember, 2 times length plus W. Okay, Turan, can you tell me what is the length of this rectangle? We're talking about one of this, right? What is its length?
It's
8 minus W, right?
yes.
Plus,
And
and here we have one more
plus
W,
W.
W. And what is minus W plus W? It is 0. So here we have 2 times 8. So the answer is 16 centimeters. Who says 16? Did anybody say 16?
I done 16
I didn't say.
multiply by 2.
Very
By
good.
2.
Very good. How about another question? Guys, let's do 2 more questions, and after that, we will finish the class. 4, 5, 6. Okay. 3 questions left. Okay. Question example 4. Let's do this together. Okay. You will try the next question then. And also you have some idea. If a piece of rectangle paper is cut as a figure shown, the remaining part is a square. The remaining part means here, right? The remaining part is here. And its area is 47 centimeters squared, less than the original rectangle. Find the area of the rectangle. So we need to find the area of the rectangle. So that means that the area of the big rectangle is 47 more than the area of the square. That means that actually which part represents the more part, the C and A and B together, that's the difference between the area of the rectangle and area of the square, right? Okay, so actually this one is 4. That means that also there should be 4. And that is 3, and also there should be 3, right? And what is the question? Find the area of the rectangle. All right. It is 4, 4. No, why did I write 4 here? It should be 3. Okay. All right, good. Continue. So this part is square. That means that this side is equal to this side, equals this side, equals this side. And suppose that one side of the square is A again. A, This is also 8 centimeters, 8 centimeters, 8 centimeters. If it is 8, right, and also this one should be equal to 8, the same length, right? And also this should be 8 because they are equal, right? So now from the question, its area is 47 centimeters square less than the original rectangle. That means that here A plus B plus C is equal to 47. And how do you find the area of rectangle? A is width is 3, length is 4, that's equal to 3 times 4. How about B? B is length is A and width is 4, right? This one is 4. So that's equal to 4 times A. How about C? Length is A, height is 3. So that is 3A. On the right hand side, we have 47. 3 times 4, it is 12. 4 apples plus 3 apples, that is 7 apples. 7 times A equals 47. I can write it as 12 plus 35. This 12, 12, it is gone. And 7 times A, how about 35? It is 7 times 5. So our A is equal to 5 centimeters. Okay, that's our first step. And we need to find the area of the rectangle. What is the area of the rectangle? It is length times width equals, what is length? Length is from here till here, right? That is A plus 4. What is A? Is equal to 5. 5 plus this one is 5. 5 plus 4 is 9. How about width? It is A plus 3. A is 4. I'm a 5 plus 3. That's equal to 8. So that's equal to 72 square centimeters. Turan, did you understand? Okay, guys, 2 more examples left. Let's move to the next question. The rectangle on the right is divided into 5 squares. If the perimeter of the rectangle is 66 centimeters, find the area of the rectangle. As you see here, we have 5 squares. 2 squares are the same or identical, and also the remaining 3 squares are the identical. Also, they are same. So what can I do here? Again, we will use a simple algebra. Suppose that one side of this one is, here it is A, this is also A, this is also A. And also this side will be A, this one is A, this one is A, this one is A. And how about the big square, right? These sides are equal. And suppose that this side is B. Since it is a square, also this should be B, and this should be B. From here, what can we say here? So here we have 3 times A is equal to 2 times B, which means that the ratio of A to B is equal to 2 to 3. We have already studied this, right? Now in the question it says that if the perimeter of the rectangle is 66, what is the perimeter? Perimeter of the rectangle is length, right? And times width. So we know that actually this all sides are equal. I mean, it's a rectangle. Yes. Okay. Here the length, 2 times length plus width is equal to 66. Now from here, 2 times what is length? Length is 3 times A. Now from here, what do we understand? A to B is equal to 2 to 3. That means that A is 2 units and B is 3 units, right? Units, let me just write as P. So L equals 3 times A. W equals, what is it? A plus B, right? This one is A plus B. So here we have A plus B. On the right hand side, 66, I can write it as 2 times 33. This 2 is gone. Here we have 4 times A. 4A plus B equals 33. What is A? A equals 2 units. B, 3 units. If we just write here and solve it, we will get the value of 1 unit. So 4 times A is 2 units, 2P. B is 3 units. which is equal to 33. Let me continue from here. 4 times 2, 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. So 11 units is equal to 33. So 11 times what number is 33? So P is equal to 3. Now from here, if it is 3, I can get the value of A. A equals 2 times 3 is equal to 6. How about B? 3 times 3, that's equal to 9. Okay. So as you see here, the length of this one is 3A. That's equal to, A, right? It is 6 plus 6 plus 6. That's equal to 18. And how about width? A plus B. A is 6, B is 9. So that's equal to 15. We need to find the area of the rectangle. Then the area of the rectangle is 15 times 18. That's equal to 90, 270 cm squared. Okay, guys, the last question, and I will finish the class. I will give you guys some homework and drop this in WhatsApp, okay? Try to practice those questions until our next meeting. If a strip of rectangular paper of 4 centimeters width is cut along a side of a piece of square paper, the area of the remaining part is 96. Find the area of the paper strip. So actually here, we are just cutting away this part, right? Which is equal to 4. And suppose that the side of the square is, what is it? I don't know. Let's say it is 8. So if it is so, we already cut away the 4 centimeters. The remaining part will be A minus 4. So this area of this rectangle is 96, right? Number one, what is that area? It is equal to A times A minus 4. That's equal to 96. So can I write 96 as a product of two numbers whose difference is 4? We can, right? What are those numbers? Those numbers are 12 times 8. 8 times 12, 96. Because I can write this one as, what is it, 12? What is 8? 8 is 12 minus 4. So that means that A is equal to 12. If A equals 12, what is the question? Find the area of the paper strip. So width is 4 and height is equal to 12. So number 2, area of the paper strip is equal to 4 times 12. That's equal to 48 cm squared. Guys, I think you got some idea how to solve these questions. Okay, these are SASMO type questions, and also in geometry, they may ask this kind of questions. Now, I will actually drop 3 exercises, okay, into the WhatsApp until our next meeting. Try to solve those questions, and also we will practice those questions next time. If everybody solves well, we will move to another topic. Otherwise, we will practice those questions next meeting. Well, thank you very much. Okay, have a nice weekend. I will meet you next week. Enjoy your weekend. Okay, bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.